back to my channel. Today I am over the moon with excitement for many reasons. The first and foremost reason is that I got a new camera to film with, so I'm super stoked about that. The only downfall is learning this new camera, which has been quite a challenge. So this video might be a little choppy. I'm still working on it. I'm still working on a background. Just bear with me, okay? Sometimes my life is a shit show. That's just the way things go with me, okay? So just bear with me, and things are gonna be improving, I promise. But most importantly, I am so excited because I'm collaborating today with another YouTuber who I follow religiously on YouTube because she's awesome. She lives in Europe, so I love to see like all the new different things that they offer over there opposed to here in the States. And her name is Olivia Florence, and we are both collaborating today to do a makeup look. So I'm going to link her YouTube channel on the bottom, and I please just, you guys, do yourself a favor and check her out because she's got everything on there from recipes to certain foods in Europe that we don't have here, certain makeup products. She's an esthetician, so she does a lot of skincare type stuff. She's flipping awesome. So do yourself a favor and check it out. And my look that I'm going with today is I'm doing a bronzy summertime look. So I'm using some brown glitter, and I'm just doing kind of like a springtime, actually summertime look with some bronzer and just a really pretty glowy dewy look. So also at the end of my video, unless I can really edit it out, it cuts off, and I apologize for that. I don't know the reasoning behind that. Like I said, it's a new camera, so hopefully you can look past that. Everything else is on there, and I guess that's all I've got to say. So if you would like to see how I got this look right here, and if you would like to check out my friend Olivia, her channel will be linked at the bottom. Please keep watching. Okay, so we are just going to jump right into it, and like I said, I got a new camera, so I'm probably going to scoot forward so that you guys could better see what I've got going on here. So it's just a really pretty look, and like I said, there are no rules with makeup, so if you don't like something, you can modify it to change it to the way that you want it. But it's kind of a grungy, smoky, bronzy look, so I really like it. And for my face, I prepped my face first and foremost with I got this in my Birchbox, and it's the Kiehl's Ultra Facial Cream. Oh boy, let's see here. The ring light is really yeah, it looks like that. And I got it in my Birchbox, and I absolutely love this stuff. So I prepped my face with that, and I used the Josie Maran Argan Oil treatment, which is awesome. And basically this really helps too if you're going for a very dewy, summery spring look. If you add this to your foundation, it really brings out that look, so your face doesn't look so matte. So those are excellent tips. So that's what I prepped my face with. And I used, as far as a primer, I used the Makeup Forever. It's the Step 1 Equalizer Primer. Great stuff. It's great for minimizing the pores around this area, and I usually just take it and pat it on. So that's what I used for my face. So let's go ahead and get into the eye look. So first and foremost, I primed my eye using, oh shoot, I don't think yeah, it's right here. I use the MAC Prep and Prime. This stuff is excellent because if you've got hooded eyes like I do, it really does help with creasing and things of that nature. So this is what I use. You just dab it on your finger. It's already on, but you just dab it on your finger and you tap it on, and it just really helps with no creasing. So that's what I use to prime my eyes. As far as foundation, I use the Makeup Forever HD stick. This is the number 128. I use this, and I mixed it with the Makeup Forever matte foundation as well, along with the argan oil. So you mix that together. This is the other one I used, the Makeup Forever. And I believe I have a foundation tutorial, and I will link that in my description box at the end. The reason why I skipped through the foundation is because you guys have seen it a million times, and it just saves time. So this is what I have on my face. Alright, so let's go ahead and get right into it. So first and foremost, we are going to go in with the fun part, which is this bronzy shimmer powder on the lid. Now for this, I went ahead and went with the L'Oreal High Intensity Pigments. I got this a while back, so I'm not too sure if they still sell this, but if they don't, I know for a fact that there's equivalents out there. When you're looking for a look like this, if you want to go with a bronzy look, just pick up any metallic-y bronzy shadows. There's a million of them, and this is the number 854. So I'm just going to take this, and I'm going to use a flat brush. This is a Sigma brush that I'm using, and it's just got a flat head like this. And I'm going to, with these metallic powdery pigments, what I like to do is, it's gonna fall. Sorry, you guys. I put a little bit in the cap, and then I take my brush and I dip my brush in it, and I just pick up as much product as possible. And it's important too, when you're applying this, to pat it on. In other words, you do not want to blend, and that just gets the pigment into the skin. And I am using this on the entire lid area. Now, what I like to do is use some setting spray and wet my brush. This is just the Pixie by Petra Hydrating Mist, but you can use the MAC Fix Plus as another great alternative. They both do the same thing, and you don't want to oversaturate your brush, because when you do that, it's not going to stick. And then again, you're just going to take the product that you poured into the lid, dip your brush into it, and it just basically makes the product stand out. It's really pretty for metallic based products. And you're just going to tap it on. And you don't want to go too far up. So once you're done patting that on, I'm going to take a MAC, I believe it's a 217 brush. Morphe has brushes too that are, actually I will use the Morphe one. This is the Morphe 433. It's very equivalent to the MAC. I think it's the 217. It's just a good shading brush. Now, because I've got a little bit of product on my brow bone, you just want to take your brush and kind of just blend it out, just so that there's no harsh lines. We don't want no harsh lines. So once that's blended out, you're going to take this same brush, and I'm going to use this Morphe palette. I'm obsessed with it. I know I use it all the time, but I just can't help it because there's just so many awesome colors in it. And I'm going to take, if I can open it here, between my allergies and everything else, I'm just a hot mess today. Whatevs. I'm going to take the darkest brown. These do not have names. I wish they did, but it's the darkest brown. It's almost like a black brown in this palette. And I'm going to take my brush and use that shade, tap it. Now this is the important part to this look. If you want that grunge kind of, I don't know, editorial type look, you're going to take your brush and you're going to just literally rest it on the bone and just kind of go back and forth. And it's going to look a little funky at first, but just trust me, I know what I'm doing here. And you just kind of do that. And when you're done with that step, I'm going to take, this is an Urban Decay. It's a two-sided brush. It came with the Urban Decay Vice 4 palette. I use this brush all the time because it just has a very good defining brush on the end. There's tons of different brushes that have this type of a bristle. If you can see that. I hope so. I'm still getting real used to this camera and it seems kind of blurry, but we're getting there, folks, trust me. And I'm going to take that same color from the Morphe palette, and I'm going to start defining the side of the eye. So you want it to lay here. And you want to start to bring it over. And don't freak out because we are going to blend this all out and it's going to look very pretty. So you're going to go back in with your MAC or the Morphe brush that I used prior to this, and this is where you're going to blend out. Lots of blending. And once that is done, I'm going to take, this is a Morphe, and it's a fluffier brush than the one I just used. This is the Morphe M441, and it's just got a fluffier head to it, and this is the most important part. This is where you're going to want to go in and you just want to blend out the entire crease. It's all about. So as you can see, that's what it starts to look like. And then once that is done, I'm going to go ahead this is the Maybelline Eye Studio Gel Liner. It comes in a pot like this. MAC has this very similar one. It's pretty much the same thing. And then I just take an eyeliner brush. This is, I think, a Sigma brush. Any old eyeliner brush will do. Now it's important, I'm not doing a wing liner or anything special with this. I'm just going to line the lower lash waterline. Yes, you can use gel liner for that. And a little bit on the top waterline. And the reason that I do that is so that I don't want to do a wing liner because a wing liner is going to give you a more cat eye look. This is going to give you a more wide-eyed look. So I just go ahead and line the waterline. I am going to grab, where is it? The Morphe E36. It's got a real small brush head to it. And I'm going to grab the lightest color in the Morphe 350 palette. You always want to tap off the excess there so that there's no fallout, but it's okay because we're going to do concealer next. And I'm going to just take this and I'm going to dab this into the inner corner. And then I'm also going to dab this up on top of the brow bone. Now, a lot of people would use a brush to so a lot of times, a lot of people would use a brush to do this, but I like to just go through and use my fingers because there is nothing wrong with that. And just kind of blend everything out. So that's the look that you're gonna get. Now, I also went in and I grabbed, this is NARS highlighter in Albatross. And I'm gonna use that same brush that I just used. Yep, I just used it, but I can't seem to find it. I wonder why. Because I can't do, it's one of those days. Where'd it go? I just had it. Well, I'm going to emphasize. I'm going to grab a different one. I'm going to use this one. Same type of thing. And I'm going to put a pop of highlight in that inner tear duct. And that's just going to add more of that glowy, bronzy look. And a little tiny bit on the brow bone. And once you've got that look achieved, I'm going to take a flat definer brush. This is the Morphe. Oh, that's not a definer brush. Where is my definer brush? This is the eyebrow. Oh, here it is. This is the Morphe M432. It's a flat definer brush. Looks like that. And I'm going to grab that dark color that we used. dark one that we used. And just put the brush in. And I'm going to start lining the inner, or the outer portion of my eye, on the bottom. Just on the outer portion. Brush, I don't know what the number is. And I'm going to go ahead and take that same really pretty bronzy metallic-y color. I'm going to dip it in. And I'm going to start smudging out the lower lash line with this. Starting in the, more towards the center. Okay, and then we are going to go ahead and do mascara. Now, I opted out of falsies for this look, but you can go ahead and do falsies. I just kind of wanted a, I don't know, like a kind of a simple bronzy look. So I just decided to not do falsies today, but you can do whatever you want. It's makeup, it's art. You can do whatever the hell you want. And if you don't like it, you can wash it off. That's the beauty of makeup. People take it way too serious. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm using the Telescopic. This is my all-time favorite mascara. It is the L'Oreal Telescopic in Carbon Black. The best mascara, a lot of bang for your buck. I prefer this over half the other mascaras that are out there that are an arm and a leg. And I'm going to go ahead, just apply mascara. Okay, now we are going to focus on the face area. So I'm going to start with concealer, and for this look I'm going to mix a couple different ones. I'm going to use the Urban Decay Naked Skin. Gosh, I got makeup all over the place. And this is in the color medium. This is a little bit too dark for me, but it's okay. I work with it. And I'm going to mix it with the MAC Prep and Prime, and this is Radiant Rose, and this is just going to brighten up the area. So let's start with this, and we are going to go ahead with that. We're going to start with this one. And the reason why I put concealer down here, for one, it contours a little bit more. Number two, I have a sunspot there that I like to cover up because a lot of people think makeup, it's makeup, and it's actually a spot. So I take that and just cover it. I'm gonna look batshit crazy here for a minute till we blend out. And once we've got that, I'm going to go ahead with the Prep and Prime. And this I'm going to use just very minimal, kind of where you highlight. So in this area here, a little here, and here. And take the Beauty Blender again and just go ahead. Just brightens up the area a little bit. We want this to look very dewy. All right, and once we've got that, we need to go and set. Now, a lot of people hate this powder. I actually like it. A lot of people can't handle it because it's so yellow, but this is the Benet Luxury Powder in Banana. I like it. It does tend to be a little bit drying, so you have to be kind of careful, but overall, I like it. Is it my favorite? No, but I like it. So that's what we're using today. Switch it up a little bit. I put a little bit in the cap, and then I use my usual, the Kat Von D the dual-sided powder brush. And I'm just going to tap off some excess so that it's not, excuse me. And we're just going to go ahead and set that concealer. So everywhere that you place that concealer, it's important to go through and set. When you do not set your concealer, the problem that you're going to face is it slips. Especially with the warmer weather coming, it's going to slip everywhere and it does not look cute. So we just got to make sure to set. Anything that you put cream on your face, you would want to set over with a powder. Okay, so once that's on, we are going to bronze, which is another important step to this look because it's a bronzy look. Take a bronzing brush, and this is MAC, I believe it's called Give Me Sun, and I'm almost out, so I'm going to be literally scraping the bottom of this. I think it's the Give Me Sun. Oh yeah, it's pretty much out. I'm gonna use, but just for this particular look, it's so pretty because it's the bronzy colors in it. I believe it's called Give Me Sun. I could be wrong, but I believe that's what it is. And I'm going to go ahead and start bronzing up. I didn't do a real heavy contour with this look because I just want it to look just kind of glowy, not so structured. So just go ahead and bronze up. And you always want to make sure you hit the neck. A lot of people forget the neck area, and if you do, it looks very funny because you've got a face one color and your neck's a whole nother color. So it's really important. You just want to bronze up wherever the sun will naturally hit. And I kind of, with this particular look, I bronze a little bit more than I normally would. So you want it to be nice and bronzy and pretty. Once that's done, we're going to do highlight, my favorites. And I'm going to use the usual suspects here that I always use, which is, this is the Becca Opal. I'm going to get some new highlighters here though, I think. And it's a cream consistency, which is awesome because I do the cream first and then I put down a powder on top of it, and it just ends up looking so pretty. So I'm going to go ahead and take this. And you want to highlight on top of the cheekbone. And I just use my fingers for this. You can use a brush, but the finger does just as good. See that? Yeah. So once we've got the cream highlight down, oh, and I'm also going to put just a little bit here on the Cupid's bow. And then I put a little tiny bit on the nose. And you can put a tiny bit here. You don't want to go too overboard, but for this bronzy, smoky look, why not? Let's do it. Let's go all out. And then I'm going to take the NARS that I used on the inner tear duct in Albatross, and I'm going to take the Morphe 501. This isn't necessarily a highlighting brush, but I use it as a highlighting brush. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to just go buck shit crazy. And you're just going to take it and highlight away. See that? See? And then last but not least, we're going to go with a blush. Now, I'm going to use MAC Peaches, but for this look, if I had more of a, I don't know, like an orangey blush, I'd probably opt for that, but this is what I've got, so this is what we're working with. And we're just going to apply a nice, this pretty, it's gorgeous anyway, this color. It's my favorite. And we're going to go ahead and apply that to cheeks. Just give it a little bit of color. Okay. And then as far as lips, I recently purchased this e.l.f. and I think this is the color, yeah, Coral. And it's a stick, and I got it, out of all places, I got it at Old Navy, and I absolutely love it. It's super, super pretty. So I'm going to, and I'm not going to line my lips or anything today. I'm going with more of a simpler look. No lashes, and I'm not going to line the lips, and not so structured. I'm focusing more on like a glowy type look. So I'm going to go ahead, a peachy color, and because this is so matte, I'm going to go ahead and put a gloss on top. I'm going to go ahead and go in with the NYX, I believe it's called Fortune Cookie, I think. Yeah, and this is the butter gloss. Got this at Target. These are really good priced glosses too. They're not sticky. And I'm just going to place that on top. So that's pretty much it, you guys. It's pretty simple. I mean, there's really not that much to it. I absolutely love it. It's perfect for summer months, good for springtime or whatever, whenever you wish to do it. So I think that it turned out amazing. And once again, it's just makeup. If you don't like it, you don't have to do it.